Hi, I'm Alex Wasner, and today I'm going to show you how to build Foodstagram, an Instagram clone using a toolkit called Lavaca. Just to kind of give you a quick overview of the project, we've got basically your feed view, where you can go in here and see all the different images. You can like them. If you like one that hasn't been liked yet, which I think there's one down here, if you notice, we like it, and it goes up by one like. You can go in here to take a photo of some new food, and that will pop up to the top of your feed. You can also look at the feed of your own profile, see all the images that you've taken, click on one, you can like that, and swipe back. So that's what we're going to be building. So the first thing you're going to want to do after you pull the project from GitHub, you want to open up Terminal and change to the right directory. So you can type in cd, and I've got mine located in project/Foodstagram. And if we look at that project, we can see we've got all the different videos that I'm going to be doing separated into separate folders. So let's go into the first one, which is 1-start. And you'll want to run Npm Install. So I've already got Npm installed. If you don't, you can go to look up tutorials on how to install that. It's fairly painless. So I'm going to let this run, and while that's running, one thing we'll want to do is update the images. So if we look at, here we've got this little icon with the name underneath it. So in order for that to happen, we look over at our project structure. We've got these icon sources. So we have a tool built into Lavaca that allows you to basically generate all the icons for your splash screen and your images. So I've got these splash screen and icons for iOS and Android. And if we look at our project, those go in here. So I'm going to copy over the good ones over to replace the Lavaca basic ones. And I'm going to overwrite them. And what this will do is go into our assets folder and drop in each of these, including the favicon. So to generate those icons, you want to run the shell command, which is under icon gen, and we're going to build the web ones just to see what it does. So what that did is it goes over here and drops in the ones for Android, iOS, and your favicon. Now if we actually want them to not just be web assets, but also be for iOS and Android, we need an Android and iOS project. So we use Cordova to do this. If you don't have the Cordova command line tools, go to their website and download the source for that. And you'll want to run grunt Cordova init. And this will initialize a blank Cordova project and give you the platforms for Android and iOS. So if we look at our Cordova folder that it just created, it created your platforms and all your plugins, as well as some hooks in a www folder. So now that we've done that, we want to generate the icons for iOS. So we run that. And if you notice, it's dropping them into the app icon assets folder and the launch image folder. All right, now that that's done, let's go ahead and take a look at the project structure to kind of see how everything's put together, and then in the next video we'll hop into actually building it. So everything comes in through application, which we have in app.js. Basically what this does is creates a new application and adds a route for each of the different routes that you have. So if you have a new route you want to create for your users, you can do /users/id, and that will, you can basically create a new route that way. We'll leave that blank for now, and if you notice, it goes to home controller index. So in home controller we have index, and it returns a view which is home view. You can pass in a model here. Right now it's blank, and update your state of the application. So right now it says home page. We can make that say Foodstagram. We'll save that. We also have a data layer. So for this application, I'm just going to be using mock data. If you wanted to create a service layer where you hook into an actual API, you're welcome to do so. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to be using some mock data. If you notice, they have an image URL, how many likes they have, whether or not the user has liked it, a default comment, and then the user's information that actually posted that. I also have down here for the individual user profile, so your user profile, your username, your first name, last name, profile image, and some information about the post you've posted. I'm also using something called lorem pixel and unsplash.it. Those are basically just temporary image hosting API that basically you can pass in, I want a random image or I want some food with this resolution, and it'll hand you back an image that matches that. So we've also got a home view here, and home view is basically the base page. If you notice, it's rendering a template with a model and resolving it the HTML. We're using Dust.js in our starter kit, but you're welcome to use any templating engine you want, as long as generate HTML resolves a promise with HTML in the resolve. It's using a template from template/home, so we look at that. And if we notice, it says success. Since we've already installed all the dependencies, if we run grunt, it will start a Webpack server where we can look at the code and see what it's actually doing. So once you see success at localhost 8080, that means you're good to go and move on to the next video. If you have any questions, feel free to tweet at me at Alex Wasner, and I'll be glad to answer those for you.